Welcome to the episode number 2 for Rate My AK. Today we are giving away Primary Arms scope with ACSS Grid 2B reticle 4 to 14. So whoever will be chosen by me for having the best setup is going to receive that scope. Of course, please make sure that you are within the United States, okay? Because we cannot send out those outside. That being said, we're going to rate today, I know for sure, some AKs which came from overseas. So let's go right to it. All right. And I have not seen those before. Ulla prepared the pictures and everything. So here we go. This is from Ardan. Ardan is from Kazakhstan, guys. So this is the Saiga MK 033 in 545. So that's civilian version of AK-105. He has the Alpha Arms QD suppressor on it with flow-through technology. That's very cool. So I'm guessing Ardan does not have any gas adjustments. You're not dumping the gas, right? Let's see. FAB Defense handguard, Chinesium light with 3D printed cap. That's very cool. And sling, RCAP sling, carbide sling, side mount, sure shot armament group, solid mounts, and the Holosun on the top. AK-12 mag pull, AK pistol grip, sling loop from Armacon, and AK Evo stock, painted by Military Spray Paint. I gotta tell you guys, this setup looks extremely legit. This rifle definitely means business. I'll have no problem running it. The only thing what I'm seeing here, I'm kind of confused because. So you got that as far as the Holosun, okay, so the mount is just on the side, okay, and then you're rising up because I'm looking like, holy cow, how is that magnifier is working on that red dot, but I see it right now that it's flipped. So, okay, so that will work. The only thing what I'll probably put some sort of the cheek riser maybe to have not like the fully contact with the cheek, but like to have something at least maybe even for the chin, because this is really high. So that would be my only concern. But I love the paint scheme. Paint scheme is like from World War One, maybe. But hey, this works awesome, and it's absolutely cool to hear that in Kazakhstan you guys are watching us. So hey, Ardan, honestly, this setup looks badass. I'll have zero problems running it. Very nice, very nice. All right, we got Mike B from Phoenix, Arizona, and it's underfolder, as we can see with this. I like that, guys. This is a nice addition. The problem with the underfolders is those prongs on the side for the stock, they get very cold during the winter time, and they are very unpleasant to run. Ask me how I know, right? So this is a good solution. I like what he did, and even Mike is from Phoenix, from Arizona, so they don't have tough winters there. But that's a smart thing to do. So he's got the Kyber Customs cheese grader, pretty standard, and the Wolverine suppressor. Are you running, Mike, if in the comments, if you can put, are you running KNS piston to kind of dump that surplus of gas? Because the Wolverine will give you a lot of back pressure. I'm just wondering, because you didn't list it here. Other than this, very clean setup, very smooth. I'm guessing this is more for like just, the in-truck, in-car setup to have, or in the car you can quickly unfold that stock and rock and roll with it. No optic, no nothing, very basic. But hey, if it's working for Mike, that's all it matters, right? I mean, he's got the sling on it. I love those grips. I love those US Palm grips. These are in the AKOU store. If you wanna support the channel, more than happy. I'll be more than happy if you go and purchase them from us. But all joking aside, I like that. I like that he put that cheek rest, leather cheek rest on that stock. That's smart. That means he's using it. So, and it's a good simple setup. All right, what we have? Ben C. I don't know. There's no place from where the Ben is from, but this is a 2013 Izmash SGL 3168. Guys, if you remember those, these were awesome imports, and they were being brought by the Kavar, and this was outstanding import. Unfortunately, you can only get them from the second hand right now, and the prices went to the roof. So Ben did well. Ben did well. He has on that basically he put the Zenitco stuff here. And what else we got? Have some parts to acquire. First of all, the rifle hits still silhouette out to 300 yards all day long with that EOTech. Very nice setup. Saiga camera, but okay. Second selector scratch is from NK12, AK12 safety lever. Okay. But going back to what he has on it right now, so some mix of Zenitco parts, Zenitco dust cover, and looks like he is absolutely happy with this, how it works. So what I will just do, and I don't know, Ben, where you are from. I mean, if you want to keep it black, that's fine. But I will probably paint or put some camo on it, right? Other than this, this is very, very simple setup. I don't like, to be honest with you, I will drop that muzzle brake. That muzzle brake, I will tell you right now, yes, and this is the 74, so you using 545 by 39. You don't have that much recoil to deal with it, and that brake is absolutely an overkill, I think, in my eyes. And what you have right now, you're creating a lot of side pressure. So if you're running that brake with teammates, they're going to absolutely hate you for using that muzzle brake. That's just the side note. So you can get away on a 545 by 39 almost with anything, because there is so little to recoil to worry about it. So maybe try to think about changing something here. Okay, other than this, it's looking cool. And if this is the, I'm not sure if this is the pistol grip from the Zenitco, but if it is, they used to have like a metal ones. I did not like those at all. They get very, very cold at winter, and they will cut through the gloves, guys. I'm telling you. I mean, not like cut, but like that cold goes through the gloves. So at least, like, if you want to keep running it, that's fine, but maybe add some tape on it, so you will be shielded off from that bare metal, because as I said, it goes even through the gloves in the cold weather. Okay, all right. 3 rifles at one. This is that must be someone from Zastava, because all I see is Zastavas. So let's read what we got here. Please find attached to the email for your viewing pleasure. The toughest Zastava Arms USA zip up. This sounds like a commercial for Zastava. So guys from Zastava, is that you? All right. But oh no, if anyone is interested in the builds, can check them out on the YouTube page. For the love of Yugo. For the love of Yugo. There you go. For the love of Yugo. My gosh, it got me confused a little bit here. But yeah, definitely you like Yugos. I see that. And we got the M70, we got the 92 and the M77. The only thing what it will be cool unless you're not planning to run any of them with the optic. Because I have a feeling that you have not finished those builds, right? So, and you got those tabular stocks. Not the big fan of those, but if it's working for you, that's fine. Again, I'm seeing here on the M70 the 1, 2, 3, 4 ports muzzle brake. And again, this is going to help you with recoil, no question about that. But if you will run that rifle with people, next to you, they are going to absolutely hate you. That's going to be a lot of pressure wave coming to the side. I don't wanna even talk about the Z92. It will be the same thing, right? And the fireballs. But that's pretty much normal with those. But on the M70, I would think about maybe getting something different. And if you have issues with recoil, if the rifle is overgassed, try maybe to put the KNS piston and dump that gas. That will get you somewhere, right? And I would love to see how you finish them up, because as I said, there are no optics. You got the Texas Weapon Systems dust cover, so I'm guessing you will use that for mounting the option, the optic. But kind of, they look cool. They're like ready for the setup, but this is not the final setup. So I may have to go and check how is it looking at your YouTube page. All right, the next one, what we got? Toma I. I don't know where the Toma is from. Very clean setup, smooth. We got the triangle stock. Speaking about the triangle stocks, those, I love to put something at the end of the triangle stock. And the reason for this is because there is, when you start wearing, even the t-shirts, but like in the winter, different types of the jackets and everything, that triangle stock loves to slide off the shoulder. So when you put some rubber, you can even glue rubber to it at the end, right? To kind of prevent that from happening. You do have a pouch which will help you with, when that part will get cold. So that's a plus. And I see you have some leftovers from the camo paint job. That's perfectly fine. I don't see any switch on the flashlight. Maybe it is on the other side, and you have a red dot on the Ultimax. So very, very cool setup. Look at this, guys. I like that. Toma knows what he's doing. He put the paint marks on the screws to make sure he will see right away if the screws are getting loose from the Ultimax. That's very smart. This is cool. And I like that wooden pistol grip. That's a nice accent. This is all looking cool. This is very nice setup. The only thing, what I said, I'm not sure, and that maybe you already maybe have that on the back of the stock. I will put some rubber to prevent the stock slipping from my clothing, basically. And I'm not sure about your solution for the flashlight, how you're activating a flashlight. Okay, so that will be like, I mean, you can reach it there, but I mean, I would rather have a switch, right? All right, and beyond that, guys, I don't even run the flashlight on my rifle right now, because on my go-to rifles, I'm using a night vision, and I'm completely, you should practice doing everything under the knots and without the light. Because the moment, and like I'm surrounded by woods, so I'm not going to run the flashlight in the woods. So that's my primary reason. But like, you should practice doing everything under the knots. And if you have some flashlight, and flashlight may be justified for you for whatever you're doing, but I would rather have on a momentary switch. So I'm holding, and when I'm releasing the pressure, the light goes off, because the last thing you want is to start running with the flashlight activated all the time on. So, and then like, if there is no mechanism here, if he has to go and reach, then you're taking, the weapon, you disturbing that flow of holding the weapon and operating the weapon, and you're reaching out for that flashlight. So something to I forget to trigger group, but it's okay. But something to think about it, something to keep in mind when you're installing the lights or the IRs and things like this. All right. What we got? Solid Snake, Bedford, Indiana. All right. This is down to earth, simple AKM like setup with the can. So it's Arsenal SLR 107. Very nice. He has the standard red dot mounted on the top, put the LG trigger, and Surefire muzzle device and the suppressor. So polished surplus wood looks badass. So if you want to keep it, this is a classic example. Like if you want to have that classic look, this is how you can keep it on the rifle, right? And it looks neat, but it is very practical. Now, my only question is, and I don't see anything here about how you're regulating the gas and how is it affecting you. Again, like if you could post in the comments if you have done anything or maybe it's not overgassed. But I bet you this is the old type suppressor, so there is some back pressure being created from that. So that's what I would like look for it. But other than this, very clean and neat setup. I kind of like that. That's very nice. All right, we do have a paint job from Anthony, and Anthony Zip-Up M70. He's using a Aero mount for the red dot. So as you can see, he's basically that goes to the rear sight leaf in the place of the rear sight leaf. And he's just running the slant brake, very simple, basic setup for that Zastava from what I'm seeing. And Anthony is from Oklahoma, so I'm guessing, Anthony, this type of the paint and the camo somehow blends well in your environment. I would hope so, right? Other than this, not much to comment. I mean, Anthony is obviously happy with it. Anthony, did you took that picture in a bathroom? I mean, looks like a sink, right? The towel holder, very cool. Very cool. Hey guys, whatever it is. Like if you see, speaking about the pictures, if you see the picture going that way, that means, I had to like work on it, stretch it out. So when you're taking the picture, try to make it in a horizontal way, because then it's easier for me to just paste in and I don't have to, you don't have these white spots or anything. But yeah, I mean, very simple setup. Anthony, what I would do to that, like I would put some sling. Obviously, you don't have a sling. You should have a sling on the weapon, right? And then maybe if you're thinking about adding some handguards, that's something to keep in mind and expand on it, right? But for now, this looks very, very simple. And if it's useful for you, that camo, hey, thumbs up. All right. Oh, all right. Levi from Van Horn, Texas. And this is nice. I like that irregular paint job. This really, and you're from Texas, so this should be blending very well. What I would paint too, I mean, go for it, paint the magazines too, because you left the magazine unpainted. What I'm seeing right away, so he runs the optic, the red dot with the magnifier. That's cool. I don't have a problem with that. But you do have a flashlight. And again, guys, I don't see anything attached to it, how you're going to activate that flashlight. So this is something what you have to start paying attention to. As I said, do not, at least in my eyes, I don't want the flashlight to be on a switch, which the latching the switch and the light stays on all the time. I rather have the pressure switch, and it's a momentary switch. And if I have to have a flashlight, and if I'm letting my finger off or I'm stopping, squeezing it, the light goes off, because otherwise you creating potential problems, and you don't want to run wherever you are, right? In a field, or God forbid, you latch that flashlight to the on position, and now you're busy with everything what may be happening around you. And the last thing you will be remembering in the heat of the moment is to turn off that flashlight. I'm telling you. So, and you don't want to be that guy who's beaming out, right? So that's something to remember. It's a Streamlight flashlight, so I'm guessing there are some adapters you can get that, and I'll get the pressure switch. Again, the muzzle brake, very effective muzzle brake, no question about that. But you gotta watch out. Again, your teammates are going to hate you for this, guys. The side pressure which is generated from those brakes is really something else. And unless you're running solo and you don't care, so that's fine. That's perfectly fine. He's put the Molotov lower handguard. The handguard is like absolutely cool. The only problem, what I would say, is like, yeah, there is attachment. He obviously mounted the attachment for the light for it, but that's not like a standard. That's not the standard M-Lock, solution or key mat. He's got the Picatinny rail at the bottom, and it's got a forward grip. That's very nicely done. By the way, like if you haven't noticed, guys, the barrel is cut, so that's a 12.5. Cut. It's from Draco, so he SBR'd it. Very nicely done. I like most of it. I would make some changes. Okay, and the tabular stock, I guess it works well with the Draco. It's fine. I like the paint. Like, it looks not maybe sexy, but I bet you, I can guarantee you almost that this is extremely effective where he lives, and this is looking good. I like the setup. I will make a few changes, but I like it. All right. Jordan from Hawaii. All right, Jordan. That's very cool. Green color, which makes sense for Hawaii, right? Paint is cool, with some accents from the old style backlight, or it looks like, right? And this is what we got. The Armacron flash hider, very good. This, if you're going for that will work. And this is the SLR 106. So basically the 556 rifle, no recoil. That's why he's getting away with the nice flash hider. He still put KNS adjustable gas piston. So Jordan knows what he's doing, guys. This may not look sexy, but Jordan knows what he's doing from the way how he runs the setup. Now again, look at that. I'm going to pound you guys on the flashlights. Again, I'm not going to repeat myself. We talk about it, but I don't see with a mount and Arisaka momentary. Okay, but I don't see the cord or extension cord. Maybe it's on the other side. So, but it should have momentary switch. So hopefully it does. It's just on the other side. One thing, again, speaking about the triangle stocks, that rubber piece at the end, so kind of make sure you have something so it's not sliding on your clothing. I like the tape on the. That's what this looks like a tennis racket tape. That's what I'm using, tennis racket tape too. And he's got the ACOG with the red dot on the master mount. That's badass. That's a badass setup. And the safety from Dissident Arms, I'm lefty. Okay, so that makes sense. All right, yeah, I like Jordan. This is a nice setup. As I said, it may not look sexy, guys, but there is a lot what you can do with that particular weapon and the way how Jordan set this up. So I like it. It's just, I'm not sure about that flashlight, what's happening there, and that may be okay. All right, what we have here? Paweł from Poland. Cześć, Paweł. Okay. WBP. So check this out, guys. So Paweł is running WBP. Of course, WBP, we can have WBP here in the US too. This is a 545 version. And she's got that birdcage type flash hider. Very cool. Again, you can basic on the 545, 556, you can get away with almost anything at the end. He's running the 1-8 primary arm scope. That's a nice LPVO. So that's a SLX line. Handguard crook set. So Ukrainian crook medium set for the handguard. These handguards are solid, guys. That's like talk about the crook in the previous video, guys, you can watch it, but that handguard is solid. It stays on. I have no problem. I put a lot of pressure on it. I ran the bipod on it. I ran the laser designator on it, and I had no problems. That handguard stays. So the crook did the good job. And we got basically the Magpul stock at the rear end and the sling. So this is a very nice setup. Pavel, the only thing what I would think about doing with this rifle, probably I would, put some paint on it. I don't know in which part of the Poland you live, but camouflage goes. You cannot go wrong with camo. I mean, guys, don't be afraid to paint your rifles. This is really, really cool. You cannot screw this up. The black is cool, but the black sticks out like the black. If you would think about it, guys, the black color, even in the woods, if you go and look in the woods, the black will stick out and shine almost like a dog balls in the sunlight. Human eye catches up immediately fast because like a perfect black does not exist in the mother nature, okay? So that's something to think about it when you have your rifles and everything. But if you want to keep it black, I mean, that's perfectly fine. It's just, I'm saying, like if you want to go more tactical and cool, you should probably paint it. But pozdrowienia, Paweł, have fun. All right, there we go. Now we're talking. That's Nathan. I don't know where the Nathan is from, but I like already how he set this up. So first of all, the paint. Paint is very cool, not sexy, but it works. I will tell you right away, guys, this type of the painting works very, very well. And he makes it. He's using a B5 system stock. I love those stocks. These are absolutely badass stocks. I think this may be, he's got the, he doesn't have any cheek riser. He doesn't need the cheek riser. Okay, that's fine. Then we got the 2X on the top from Primar Arms. These were awesome scopes, but unfortunately, Primar Arms discontinued them. I kind of don't understand why, but that 2X had a really nice glass. It was a really high quality optic. The problem, I think, was they were competing on the price point with 3Xs, and 3Xs were cheaper than those 2Xs. So it is what it is. Bravo Company forward grip, smart choice. And then we have a flashlight. We don't know what's happening with this flashlight, but I'm assuming that Nathan put some pressure switch on it, right? Lessons learned. And then we got the standard brake on the end. So very clean, very nice. This is, and the tape on the grip, I like that. I like, even in the, like, you should always run gloves, right, on the rifle. But even if you don't run gloves and you have that tape, for the summer months, guys, when it's getting really hot and sticky, a lot of those grip tapes, like if you start using the tennis rackets tapes, for example, they are actually absorbing the moisture. So it's like they take that sweat away and you got a better grip on it, so on the weapon. So something to think about it. But this is looking very good, Nathan, very good. All right. Jawad, I'm sorry if I butchered your name, Jawad, from Scranton, Pennsylvania. And this is my PSA AK-102. It has Soviet Arms upper and lower handguard, railed dust cover, Midwest Industries Alpha stock. So Jawad mixed everything. JMax stock adapter, BCM foregrip, Holosun 510, Streamlight, ProTac with pressure switch, points for that, and Larry Vickers AK sling and the LG trigger. And the nice legs, Jawad, right here, got you in the mirror. All joking aside, so that's a nice setup, and it looks definitely like you know what you're doing. This is some interesting contraption up front for that. It's a muzzle device, and then we have that crown at the end. So that's a lot of things happening here. One thing, what I would say, I like the paint. again, it's not looking sexy. It's not, like a clear cut, but that's the point, guys, because this blends, I can guarantee this blends with the vegetation extremely well. Like if you will leave it in the woods, your eye will have a hard time picking it up. So he did a good job. And I have a question about the stock from the Midwest Industries. At the beginning, they had problems a little bit with those mechanisms. And I just want to hear your feedback, Jawad, if you could put in the comments, have you had any issues with that stock closing from recall or something like that? That would be nice. And other than this, I don't have any comments. This is cut to the chase, down to the business setup. Jawad, I think Jawad is using this rifle. Obviously, you can see it, right? And Jawad knows what he's doing. This is not bad. This is not bad at all. All right. Tucker from Arizona, again from Arizona. Arizona is represented strong. So the Tucker put some camo paint. It kind of blends. See, it's not bad. It blends. And then we got a lot of is happening up front. So let me see what we got. The Magpul vertical grip, that's fine. We do have, he put the KNS adjustable gas piston, Arsenal SAM5 rifle as a basic setup. So that's a nice setup. Streamlight with the IC cables going. So there is a switch on this. I will not give you shit for that. Crookstock. Crookstock is very cool, guys. And I wonder how did you install that? Maybe Crook has got some adapters. I wasn't aware, but yeah, I know those stocks. I just wasn't aware that they work with SAM5 receivers. That must be a version for it, I'm guessing. But these stocks are very nice. That immediately gives you everything, adjustable length of pull and the cheek riser. So that's very cool. And on the top, you have the little Primar Arms, I'm guessing. Primar Arms 1X micro prism. I think if you have a mount from so this is RS Regulate, and the RS Regulate should have a mount where you can mount that micro prism directly to the mount, so you don't have to use that like the Picatinny adapter on the light. You can literally remove the base, and you should be able to bolt that 1X directly to the RS Regulate mount. So that will lower it a little bit for you, right? Because it sits already high. I mean, then you got that Crook stock, so that helps. But very clean setup, very nice. Kind of, paint scheme works cool, I guess, in your environment because you got a lot of green on it. And I know it's not always yellow and sandy in Arizona, so it for sure kind of, you see how that light green blends nicely, so it's not bad. It's not bad. I will paint the optic and the magazines, okay? And it's just regular safety. Down, by the way. Tucker was probably just done shooting and emptied the mag and just left the rifle like that for the picture. Very nice. All right. Oh, this is badass, guys. This is a Valmet Petra 308 in 308 Winchester, 16 inches, and I mean it's okay. It's from Ari. It's from Ari from Finland. I'm like, how did you get that rifle here? That's a badass setup. Oh my gosh, I would love to run that weapon. I would absolutely love to run that rifle. 5 shots at 100 meters. 100 meters is almost 110 yards, guys. 0.76 MOA. So this is a badass setup. Badass. Absolutely badass. I would love to run this rifle. My goodness. Or if I will ever take a trip and go to Finland, we gotta exchange contacts, and I would love to shoot that rifle. He's got a Primar Arms scope 2.5 to 10 power. And who made the can? Who made the suppressor? We got the custom adjustable gas Black Sea. I mean, Ari knows what he's doing, and this is the whole custom barrel, 16 inches, Seiko TRG profile made by the Finnish gunsmith. I'm not going to butcher his name, but this is looking badass, and you cannot argue with results, right? Shoots extremely well. So very cool. Valmet Petra has a traditional hunting rifle style wooden stock, so he changed the stock. Very cool. This is AK 2.0 handguard in the stock adapter and the scope rail. Very nice. This is a nice rifle. Ari, I'm jealous. I would love to shoot the rifle. That's a badass. Right, Tom, we don't know where the Tom is from, but we know that Tom managed to put the urban camo on it. It blends well in the city, so I'm guessing Tom is from the city. That's a pen. Like if you did the painting job, that's a badass. Like you probably, I mean, you for sure use the stencils, but very nicely done. That if it's working for you, then it's working for you. I see that the Texas Weapon System does cover EOTech on the top, and we do have the angled forward grip on this. So simple setup, but very effective, and stock from Magpul again with the cheek riser. So yeah, this works, right? So if it's working for Tom, it's nothing fancy, nothing flashy, but the Tom did the nice job, and I'm guessing Tom operates in the city. The one more thing, he's got two chambers. Two chambers is not bad for the sight blast, so that's not bad. And I was telling you guys, like, be aware of those muzzle devices, especially if you work with teammates. They're going to thank you. But the two chambers is better than 3, 4, or 5, right? It's not as effective as 3. I think like MDT did the really good breakdown of how many chambers are the most effective for curbing the recoil, right, on many different rifles. And they said like 3 is like the golden edge, and then you're gaining a little bit more from 4 and 5, but 3 was like the most effective. The problem is because you're pushing those gases to the side. I mean, there's no magic. There is always a price to pay for something, but hey, this is looking good. All right, Josh from Wisconsin. That's an interesting setup. So this is the Izmash Saiga in 308, guys. So there you go. He Cerakoted the whole thing. We got the Magpul Zhukov stock at the rear end, and the barrel was removed, cut to 14.5 inches. He's got the concentric threads, so I'm guessing that he's running the suppressor on it too. Midwest Industries scope mount on the side, Vortex Strike Eagle as a scope, and still working on figuring out a solution to get irons sights back on it. So yeah, because he stripped the irons, he doesn't have a rear sight and he doesn't have a front sight. So this is something to, I mean, you're going to have a challenge right now, right? Unless keep it scoped and that's it. I mean, usually the optics today are very reliable. So Josh, like, there is really no shame to run it scoped. I wonder though, with all these changes and everything, how this rifle shoots, right? Like, you didn't put anything about the precision, what you're squeezing out of this rifle. That would be interesting to know. And it's a 14.5 308, so I mean, yeah, there are some limits to it. Very interesting setup. Very interesting decision to go with 14.5, Josh. I would probably keep it. 16, 18 inches. But hey, you already cut the barrel. I mean, you got the work done, and you will be putting a can. He's saying he's waiting for the can stamp. So, but Josh, post in the comments how this rifle shoots for you. It's interesting. Like you guys see what you guys do. Some very interesting setups. You not see this every day, right? So very cool. Thank you, Josh. All right, what we got here? This is Jaden from Phoenix, Arizona. Zastava M70. Okay. And he put the KNS piston because this is Flaming Pig muzzle device. Okay, so I'm guessing you were getting some back pressure, or maybe it was a little bit overgassed. So we got the KNS inside. That's cool. And the CMC Alpha trigger. These are expensive triggers if my memory serves well. And he put the Sig Sauer Tango 126 LPV on the top. So I wonder, I have my M70, guys, after so many rounds, that rifle took so much beating, and you will see, I will work on some content, you will see how this rifle still shoots. I mean, it's absolutely jaw-dropping. And no, that rifle was not given to me by Zastava or anything. This is my original Zastava, which you could watch the test for the 5,000 rounds and everything. So, and this rifle still kicks ass. It's absolutely unbelievable. But this is a nice setup, Jaden. All right. What we got here? Arsenal 107R, Romanian surplus furniture with the donk. All right. 2-port muzzle brake. That's acceptable. He's trying to keep that side pressure to minimum, Vans. And the need light and mount recommendations. Definitely the lights, guys, the evolution in the lights business and market is absolutely amazing. At this point of time, I really don't see reason why you should go with the Surefire, many other different options. We will do the video at some point when I'm going to talk about the lights, flashlights, and what options are, because it is really amazing. And everything is changing. It's like with the suppressors is the same thing, guys. The progress which is being made on that end is absolutely jaw-dropping. And now there are some really cool things coming out right at the beginning of the 2025. Basically wait, okay, and we'll talk about it. But he's using IR mount for the red dot. Very simple system. Again, not much here. He wants to add the light, so we know that. But other than this, Vance got the sling. This is ready to roll. Those backlight mechs, that's a lot of money on the table right here. But very simple setup. Again, we're not seeing anything sexy here. It just works, right? The one thing what I would say at some point, and it depends, right? How you wanna deal and what you wanna do with some night time operations, and what options you're going to settle for. Are you going for passive or active? You may start thinking that way, and how to enhance that rifle. This is a good start, but based on your decisions, you may start thinking about what to do for the night. So something to keep on the back of your mind. And as I said, we'll go back to lights. We'll talk about it. All right, we do have a painted rifle again. Very nice. Do we have a name? Blair. Blair, good job. I like the paint. And I'm telling you guys, the paint doesn't have to be perfect. It's better if it's not perfect. So this again, I can guarantee you this works well. Where is he? Okay, he's from Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. This will blend well there. I will just probably paint that forward grip a little bit too. Just splash it, right, to break that kind of darkish scheme. And that's it. And I will leave it as is. So we do have a red dot up front on the Ultimac. We do have a flashlight. I don't see. Do we have any info about the flashlight? Do we have a pressure switch? If not, add something to activate that flashlight, so you don't have to reach out. Ultimac with Surefire Scout Pro with the makeshift lens cap And okay, so there is no pressure switch because we will see something here, right? There's no wire, no nothing. So that's what I would do at least, okay? And for stock adapter and the Magpul CTR stock, boringly reliable, right? This whole thing. As far as a setup up front, we do have a standard. What's the muzzle device? I see there is a ported brake, but I don't know who made that, and I don't see a lot because when I put my mouse there, okay, well, it looks like it has some ports, but they are not huge, so maybe that side pressure is not that much. Again, Blair, you heard what I was saying before. Be careful, right? Because and it's all, guys. When you are alone, then that's fine. But if you working in pair or with team, be aware of those people next to you, right? So that's my only beef with ported muzzle brakes. Be aware of your teammates. So, but he's saying he's using a suppressor sometimes too. So that's a nice setup. That's very nice. All right, what do we got here? Josh from Pennsylvania. Very nice. This is a beat up and used rifle, guys, right? And that's cool. And the only thing right off the bat, Joseph from Pennsylvania. Joseph, what I'm seeing is you do have a laser designator, right? And you have a flashlight, and I don't see any cables. So how are you activating it? Maybe there's something on the other side. For sure not for the flashlight, right? Because it looks like the flashlight is just activated by hand. You reaching out to it. Pay attention to this. That has to be addressed and fixed. Also, if you don't have anything, any switch on a laser, something to think about it. Okay, Zenitco Sport 1 kit, Saiga. These rifles were awesome. It sucks that we cannot get them anymore, but hey, it is what it is. But the Zenitco setup here and the Magpul in the back and the standard muzzle device, 74 muzzle device. Now, those brakes are extremely effective. Again, they are absolutely creating a fireballs too. So that's something to keep in mind. You can get away on those 74s with the flash hiders only. Just my, honest take on that. Anything other than this, like, hey, this is a setup for work. Oh, I see that. No, this looks like maybe the cable. So I'm guessing there is something on the other side for the laser, for the PEG 15, Somo PEG 15. So that's something, maybe it's there. But for the flashlight, I don't see anything here. So post in the comments, Joseph, if you have anything. All right. Look at that, guys. Holy shit. So this is the underfolder with this Bulgarian 4-piece style flash hider up front. And then we have a laser designator. And we got the flashlight there too, if I'm seeing this correct. The Circo 11 parts kit, so probably home built, very nice. And mod button, okay, he's got the mod button wrapped around to the left side. Points for that. That's a smart workout for that problem. Now, and where are you from, Reed? I don't see where the Reed is from. Again, if you are that sold on the underfolder, and but if you are in the cold climate, I would strongly advise to have some wrap on those on that stock, because you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it during the winter time. So I'm not a big fan of the underfolders, guys. They look cool. They work cool for a short period of time, and then you're kind of like, nyeh. But for sure, if this is a truck gun or something, this is a badass setup. I think for like keeping a classic look, mixed with the new items, Reed, you absolutely kill that. This is a nice thing. That being said, I would definitely, like, I think there was a second slide. We had the leather wrap for that underfolder stock. Something to think about it, okay? All right, what we got here? Hello, my name is Brian, and this is my AK, and I am from United States. Hello, Brian. nice to have you here. I mean, your rifle, Magpul stock on the end. That's fine. Speaking about those Magpul stocks, if you are into that kind of stocks too, the B5 Systems released not that long time ago their version of that type of the stock. So maybe that's something you want to check if they make any progress and make it a little bit better. The rifle, I see it's a PSA GF3. So we got the switch. Look at that. So there is something on the right, on the left side. I just don't see it. All right. Oh my God, man. I'll change the all light is a good for play, fun, but like change to more durable light at some point. And I understand the money could be an issue, right? So just it should be on your app. If you want to keep the light, start thinking about something else. All right, so other than this, EOTech on the top with the magnifier, that's a solid setup for if you like that. See, I honestly, guys, if I have to run the red dot with magnifier, I would rather run the 3x. Like, I'm being brutally honest with you. Those small 3x prisms are absolutely freaking amazing, and you can use them without any issues for the CQB and things like this. Just saying. And like with this and that, that's a lot of weight on that rifle there. But hey, if it's working for Brian, then I'm perfectly okay with that. That switch though, I'm thinking, because that switch is, are you left-handed maybe? So yeah, if you're left-handed, you got the right hand there, that would make sense. Because if you're left-handed, then the switch should be on the other side. But I'm guessing Brian is maybe right-handed. So that's why the switch is on this side. All right, nice. What we got here? Grant from Houston, Texas. This is a Stava M70 with TWS dogleg, CNC Warrior brake, and Streamlight. So there is a Streamlight here, Zig Romeo optic, and the Surplus Link, simple and effective. I'm not big fan of those type of the bot stocks. They're kind of wiggly, guys, okay? But obviously it works for Grant. So I'm just saying, like, for me, I don't know, like they never clicked with me. But that may be just my personal, maybe I didn't have a good experience with it. So that's me. Obviously it's working for Grant. I will agree with that take, what he's saying, that this is a simple yet effective. So he has a flash hider here. Again, I would give you a shit probably only about the flashlight, how you're activating the flashlight, right? And you already heard me bitching about it on the previous slides, so I'm not going to repeat myself. But other than this, yeah, I mean, I cannot argue with this. Simple and effective for sure. So this is looking good. This is looking good. At some point, probably start thinking maybe about upgrading this front section, right? What do you want to do here? And throw some paint. Grant, don't be a chicken. You're from Texas. Come on, you can paint your rifle. But very nice. All right. Hey, Rap, Grant. Again, Grant, I wonder if it's the same guy who sent out twice 2 different rifles. Okay, you were the one who finally inspired me to buy this. Okay, welcome. M70, and that's a fantastic choice. So we do have a Vortex red dot. I think what was the model, Spitfire or something like this. For me, I had the issues with those. I forgot their name, but that's why I forgot their model number. and they were going out. I don't know why. Was it because of the recall or something? But I had the issues. So just something to keep in mind. And again, it could be a sample of one. They may be working perfectly fine for you, Grant. So just saying. Other than this, Grant is keeping it simple. As far as those muzzle brakes, muzzle devices with, you see the very little openings, guys, be careful with those. And the reason I'm saying this, I have seen before, this is nothing new, obviously, right? But I have seen in the AR world that was extremely popular, how was it called? Battle Comp or something like that. And I have seen literally dudes having an issues because they dipped that muzzle device when you are in the field. Shit happens, right? And that happened in the field. They dip it and they put the mod to basically they was obstructing the muzzle end to the point it was obstructing the muzzle end. They did not notice. I mean, it's not going to. I'm not saying it's going to blow up your gun, but it created enough problems for that person. And I would not, it's hard to dig out, it's hard to clean that mud if you don't have access to like running water because of those tiny holes. And like this one is a little bit better, bigger holes, but still, this is easily to clogged up. And when that mud goes through it and you just swipe it from outside, you don't even know that you have now something inside there and maybe obstructing the muzzle. So be careful with those. Just saying. And again, I'm not bullshitting you guys. It's just from experience what I have seen, what happened in the field with some other people. So like there's always a lesson to that. And that may be working perfectly fine in range settings and everything. But like in the field, when you start going and doing shit with your hardware, I mean, you will see some wild stuff, okay? All right. Whoa, this is my mini barrel, and you guys hear the news. Basically the barrels, from my understanding, that said they're not going to bring them anymore, and they're not going to produce barrels anymore, and they're not coming. So this one is from Arms of America, I see. So if they got anything in stock, and if you wanna get the barrel, probably that's the time to get the barrel. So he's got the mini barrel and he's got the brace. So, and the so-called, the big flash hider at the end. The one thing, and is that the light at this? Yeah, that or it's a laser probably on that. Yeah, this extension, it's a laser, but he does not have a switch, so yeah, you're just activating by flipping left or right. Yep, it's probably flashlight with the laser. It looks like a pistol one too. Okay, I would test this solution because you got that jump board here, so that's extension. So there may be a lot of flexibility, but then again, this is already very short setup. So if as long as it's on the IPSC size target at 25 yards, I guess that's okay, right? And that shouldn't be a problem. But I'll test this. So Danny, test that solution, because this whole mount here looks very flimsy to me. Okay, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. So you may test this out to make sure it's working, because if your life depends on it, you don't want to be left with something which is not working for you, okay? Now that type of the pistol grip on this kind of setup, that's a bold move, okay? That's a bold move. As far as a brace, that's a nice solution. And I see, guys, the reason why some people go for the braces and they don't do the SBRs is, the braces are back on the menu, right? I think they're back to be legal again. But the reason is because when you travel with SBR, that creates another layer. You gotta, if you're going out of state, you gotta ask the ATF for a permission, stupid paperwork and shit like this. So having this as a pistol setup with the brace, that eliminates that paperwork. So I'm not going to give Danny shit about the brace. I understand that logic. The people don't wanna go that way. That being said, the approval times for the SBRs are really, the shed is moving fast. I was working with my neighbor, and he recently got it in like week and a half approved. So the ATF is doing a better job. That being said, remember, when you, especially like when you live close to the border with other states and you want to travel with that, don't forget about the paperwork, okay? There's not much to add. It almost collectibles right now, those barrels. So hey, take a good care of it, okay? And I think that was the last one for today's episode. So let's see which one we're going to. Right away, guys, I'm going to tell you. So I absolutely love what the Ari did with Valmet, right? But I'm biased towards the precision rifles, and that would be not fair. But I love this rifle. I love it, but that's not fair. So let's keep scrolling. I like what the Levi, but we got some issues here, so that has to be addressed. And I absolutely loved what Orden did. This is cool setup. Orden knows what he's doing, right? But the Orden is from Kazakhstan. So Orden, if this will make you happy, I think this is the badass setup. You really did the fantastic job. Unfortunately, I cannot mail this scope to Kazakhstan. It has to be inside the United States. So I'm sorry, Arden, but kudos. Thank you for participating. This is badass. So let's keep scrolling. And I really like this setup from Solid Snake from Bedford, Indiana, too. I think the Jordan put up the good fight, and the way how he planted everything here. But the Nate was smart too. I like that setup, that paint. And Tucker put up nice fight too. What Blair? As far as I think it will be between the Joseph and the Blair. What you guys think? You let me know in the comments who should. Man, it's a tough one. But I like, you know what? We're going to go with the classic, guys. What the Reed did on this underfolder, I think that's kind of cool, because he managed to incorporate the new shed, right? So we got the pack, and we got the light on it, and we do have a flash hider, so he addresses the issues for the night, and then he kept everything in a classic way. So Reed, you are getting the scope, okay? Hey, Reed is getting the scope. You guys let me know in the comments what you think about all of this. Thank you for watching, guys, and if you want to support the channel, always please remember, shop at the AKOU store, ak4774.com. I'll be extremely grateful. We have tons of new material working on it. I hope to have one more video before Christmas, so this should happen, and I will see you in the next video before Christmas, hopefully. Thanks for being with us. We will do the next episode in around 30 days. Guys, I have tons of submissions already. If you want to keep sending, yes, please do so. Just please remember, put in the subject for the email, Rate My AK. So I know that this is for this program. And the email, of course, is rob@ak4774.com. All right, enough with the bullshit. See you in the next video. Bye.